All right, I'm Nick. Now, we haven't made a video in about a week, maybe a little bit over a week. We have been busy. We've had a bunch of questions recently about what NKF stand for, and it stands for Navarre Kayak Fishing. We actually own a kayak fishing business. I used to run charters. Now we produce parts from all over the world. Last week I did some fishing, and sometimes the parts business just keeps me absolutely slam schedule full busy. That's part of life. Shooting the guns is just kind of a little hobby of mine. I enjoy it. So we started making videos about it, okay? But last week, we made a video about the Daniel Defense PCC. I said it was worth the money. Some people don't agree with that. I think it costs too much money. In my experience, minus the H9, Daniel Defense makes a pretty darn good weapon system. I've always been a big fan. I decided today that we would throw the suppressor on there. If you didn't watch the last video, though, the problems we had as I put an EOTech way out here in front. We filmed a bunch of stuff that day, and we just kept having malfunctions. And the EOTech was out here, and the rounds kept ejecting into the EOTech and then back into the chamber. We were having malfunctions. I couldn't tell what was happening until I finally got back to the computer, and I slowed it down, and I saw the round go off the EOTech and back into the chamber. Put the aim point on there. Haven't had a single malfunction, okay? A few minutes ago, I slapped this Banish 45 on there. I am not really excited about this at all. I expect this thing to be stupidly gassy. I'm not really the biggest fan of suppressing things. You always have extra gas, a lot more dirt, just problems that don't really exist. And really, you can only make something so quiet, okay? It doesn't make that much of a difference in my personal opinion. We are going to put some 115 grain through it, some 124 grain, and some 147 grain through there, just to see how it does. And it'll probably be the last time it's ever shot suppressed. Okay, so it is extremely gassy. Now that's also, I am left-handed, so the gas is in my face most of the time. It's part of being left-handed. It's also part of just being a direct blowback system. I just took something to the face, all right, out of there. It is gassy. It is less gassy with the 124 grain. I expected it to be even less gassy with the 147. But I just wanted to come out here and shoot it, see how it does. I remember we actually never even zeroed this red dot, so once we put the can on there and change ammo, it's not exactly perfect. Those yards, the close ones are about 13 yards from me. These ones are obviously about 23, 24. As long as you slow down, it's pretty accurate. Still no malfunctions, okay? If you're still watching, I'll put a link to the video we made going offshore and kayak fishing earlier in the week, I guess it's still Sunday, same week, huh? I'll put a video link to that, and that should pretty much answer all your questions about what Navarre Kayak Fishing, or NKF, stands for. Daniel Defense PCC. Haven't had any malfunctions. I really like it. I like it a whole lot more than the St. Victor. I wish it had a better trigger. It's just because I'm spoiled. We're all spoiled. Too many options in the world. However, I love the ambi controls. I think that's really nice, being able to do everything. Obviously being left-handed. The 8.3-inch barrel is pretty much a perfect length, in my opinion, for a PCC. That way, if you want to suppress it, it's not too terribly long, but it's still, you know, controllable. You don't got to worry about shooting your hand off or anything. All right, 147 grain ammo. A lot quieter than the 115 or 124. There's no brass deflector. I mentioned this earlier in a video. I wish there was a brass deflector because it stops debris. It stops not only the casing, but it stops debris from coming back and hitting a left-handed shooter in the face. I'm taking a ton of carbon or debris, whatever the hell it is, right into my face. That's why you should always wear safety glasses. Dang, that's terrible. Let me just, you know what? Let me just pretend to be right-handed. Oh yeah, that's better. I'm not upset that we're out of ammo, okay? that'll be the first and last time that I shoot that gun suppressed. After it cools down, I'm going to take that suppressor off of there, and I'm going to put the regular muzzle brake back on there. I just wanted to shoot it suppressed, see how it did. It didn't have any malfunctions, 3 different types of ammo, extremely gassy, as is to be expected. If I was going to suppress something like this, I would do it with an MPX. I prefer that system, in my opinion. However, this is awesome. It shoots great. It's been 100% reliable. We're going to keep shooting it, okay? I just enjoy the platform. I do think that I need to change out that grip. I'm not the biggest fan of the Daniel Defense grip. I just don't like how this is just so big, okay? I don't know. I haven't always been the biggest fan of it. I do have it on several other rifles that I've just learned to live with, but I think I'll change it out just for the heck of it, okay? So we're going to stop rambling. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you are still watching, check out the kayak channel, okay? We've been doing that for a long time, so I do every single day. My wife and I own the business, and, well, it lets us buy these guns realistically, okay? So thanks for watching.